Hey guys, I just wanted to record this video so that you could see how to log into Google Classroom if you don't know how to log into Google Classroom, into Zearn, into Prodigy, into all those things. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I might have to try to upload this as a YouTube video and then watch it from there. You may have to watch it from there, so I may have to put some privacy settings on it and something because I don't really want to be all over YouTube. Y'all know how I am. So let me make sure that this recording. I don't know, my computer's doing some weird things tonight. So the first thing you can do from home. I know at school when we open our Chromebooks, we log in and it goes straight to Clever. Well, at home, it doesn't quite do the same thing. So we have to do it a little bit differently. You're going to go to the RPSB website. It's just rpsb.us. And I already have that pulled up on my page. So I'm going to make myself small over here in the corner so you can see the page. So this is the page it pulls up. Look, it's rpsb.us. It's right up here in the corner. And then you'll scroll down. They have all this information, the media releases, and all this information about COVID and all the things that are going on. You're going to come down here to Students and click on Students. And then there's your Clever button. We've done this a couple times in class, but our Chromebooks at the school level usually just open to that. But when you're at home, they may open a little differently. So click on Clever. Now, mine's going to go straight into my Clever account. Yours is going to ask you to log in with Google. So you're going to click log in with Google and then put your login information. Those of you that came in, I'm going to move this so y'all can see me a little better. Those of you that came in and got devices from us yesterday, I think it was, my days are starting to run together. But those of you that came in and got devices from us, have the codes and your usernames and stuff in your packet and your folders that we gave you. These are the same codes that we use in class every day. This is the same information that you log in with your Chromebooks and in class every day, and we've used these all year long. So hopefully you didn't forget them and you can just log in and go. Most of my students I've seen have logged in and gone. I cannot give this information out over the computer, and I don't have access to this information at home. So if I'm at home, I don't have this information anyway. It's in the classroom. They don't keep this on computers and stuff. It's all paper copies. So the only people that have access to this information is the admin team. And so you would have to call the school if you don't have this information. As far as anything else, once you get in and you're into Clever, my page is right here with the little chick. Y'all know I love my little chick. Click on that and all my apps are right there. Now, I have Pear Deck here. I'm going to move it down here. We used Pear Deck when we were in class, but of course, we're not in class right now, so we're not using Pear Deck right now. The main thing I'm using right now is Google Classroom. This is just an easy way for me to communicate with students. Class Dojo goes really mainly to my parents, so Google Classroom is an easy way for me to communicate with students. So if you click on Google Classroom, it should log you in automatically. See, it goes through all the processes of logging you in. Now, your page is going to look different than mine. These are my 3 classes, and this is where I turn in my lesson plans. Not that you need to know that, but this is your 3 classes. Okay, my math classes. You may have, I don't know how yours is set up, but you'll have whichever class you're in of math class. You'll have your class for Miss McManus and you'll have your class for Miss Madison. So you'll have those 3 classes instead of the 3 classes you have here for me. Okay, so I'm going to click, I can click on any one of them. I usually put the same thing on all 3 pages so that I can keep up with them. On the first page is the stream. Okay, and this is just where I post information for you, or where I say hi, or make sure that you're getting on Zearn and Prodigy, or good morning. This is just me talking to you. This is all this is me talking to you, giving you information. Tonight I posted, let's keep all our questions right here in this little, this particular thread so that I don't lose them, because when y'all are posting all over the place, they get mixed up and I don't always see them. So if we keep them all in one place, then I can see all your questions. So if you have a question, then make sure you post it under this particular thread. All your classwork is here. The only thing you actually have to do on Google Classroom is the bell ringer for each day. You just click on the bell ringer, click on the Google form, and do the Google form and turn it in. Okay? And when you click on the Google form, it'll pull up the Google form. I can even do that and show you. And you just do the form and turn it in. Yes, I know that some of this information is easy. This is not meant to be hard. This is meant for me to have a way to say, oh, so-and-so was here today. You checked in. This is basically my way of checking attendance and me keeping track of who is here and who is not. The main bulk of our work comes from Zearn and Prodigy. This is what I'm checking to see that you're doing. This is the bell ringers just for attendance purposes. Just for me to say, oh, they checked in, they looked at what I posted. Okay, great. This is where the main bulk of learning comes in, Prodigy and Zearn. Okay? Prodigy has a learning path. You know that. It created it. It's games, but you're still learning math. Zearn, we had quit doing that for a while, but you can go back to it and you can keep that learning up and moving on. Okay? If you click on, and I think I put the links in here for you to do it. Prodigy, actually, if you go back to Clever and click on Prodigy, it's going to pull up your page. You click login. You log in with Google. And then you're going to click your name because that's what should pull up. And then it's going to log into your Prodigy. Okay? I'm going to post my codes eventually, my teacher codes, just in case you need it. But I haven't put any new assignments on there recently since we got out of school. It's just going to keep with your learning path that you already had. So you click next. Okay, guys, we are not at school, so you should not be playing from school. You're playing at home. So it still does the same thing even though you're playing at home. It doesn't matter. It's just keeping a record of where you're playing at. It just shows me where you're playing at, okay? So it's fine for you to put playing at home, okay? And then go on and play your games, okay? Now, when you go to log into Zearn, actually, I should probably go back to Clever and do that. Okay, you go to Clever, click on your Zearn. Oh, my Zearn went straight into it. It may ask you for your username and password. Remember, your Zearn username and passwords are different from your Google stuff, okay? Because these were accounts I had to create before or off a different account, okay? If you need Zearn Zearn names, passwords. The password's ABC for all three of my classes. It's ABC. Your username is usually your first name and last name, but some of you had numbers or different things behind it because of multiple logins or different things. So if you need that, let me know and I will send it to you. I'll look it up and send it to you. But it's the same thing we've been using all year. I have not changed anything. This is the same things we've been using. I'm going to go to curriculum here. My site, of course, looks very different than your site. You know where to go. Okay? So yours are going to look a little more like this. And you can click on where you need to go. And it won't let you go on until you complete what you need to complete. You can go back, but you can't go forward until you complete what you need to complete. Y'all know what to do. Don't act like you don't know what you're doing, because we've been doing things like this all year long. Okay? I love you, but let's act like we know what we're doing, because we've been doing Zearn and we've been doing Prodigy all year long. Google Classroom, I don't use as much, but I know Miss Madison and Miss McManus have been using it quite a bit throughout the year, so it shouldn't be hard either. Okay. So these are the two main things I'm looking to see what you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're progressing. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Prodigy. I'm looking at Zearn. You know I can pull reports on both of them because you've seen me do it. I can give you a test on Prodigy if you want me to. I won't. But I can if I need to. Okay? So, you know I can do it. I did that right. I had figured that out. Remember, right before we left, I gave y'all all a test on Prodigy, and y'all did great. Y'all did fantastic on it. I think you really enjoyed doing a test that way. So, again, back to Google Classroom. Remember your streams here. Guys, I'm not grading anything right now. If you need some grade recovery, let me know. We'll take care of that. But, guys, just keep working. I don't want you to lose your math skills. I want you to keep reading and keep focused that way as well. Do not just sit there and not work at all, okay? Because you'll lose these skills and then you'll get to 5th grade next year and you'll be struggling, and I don't want you behind or struggling next year, okay? You're too smart for that. I have too many. Y'all are too smart for that. You know, I have the best kids ever, and y'all are too smart to be struggling next year when y'all get up there to 5th grade. Okay, and I know y'all are going to be amazing up there in 5th grade. Let me think. Is there anything else I need to tell y'all? So I've shown you all that, and now I have a few extra minutes because this screencast they only let me do 15 minutes, and I probably went way too long already. Well, I've got a few minutes, so I'm just going to give you a few updates on me. Here, I'll go back to full screen so y'all can see me. Many of you know that I was scheduled to graduate in my master's class in May, and although I'm not going to have an actual ceremony for that, I still will have my degree. And so I've been working closely with the admin team. That's why I was there doing computers. That's why it took me a little longer today to answer some questions and stuff, because I had some meetings and things that we're working on as an admin team. And most of you know that I've been working closely with them all year, but still working on that. My youngest daughter's graduating high school. Again, we won't have an actual ceremony because of all the social distancing, but she will actually get her diploma, and she'll be going to college, probably at LSUA. We're still kind of tossing some things up in the air. My oldest daughter is still at NSU. We're hoping that this will be her final year. She keeps changing her degree plan, so we don't know. But she's at NSU and she's doing great. So my family is doing great. I hope that your family is doing great as well. I have my nieces and nephews that I've been teaching and working with that are now living across the street. I think that happened right before we got out. Yeah, that happened right before we got out. And so I think many of you knew that was going on. So they're across the street from me, and I'm loving having them right there, and so that I can teach them a little bit. I know I keep twisting my computer, making y'all dizzy, but I have a little timer down here that tells me I only have just a few seconds left. So with that, I'm going to let you go, and know that I love you, and that I will try to do one of these at least like once a week, so that you know and see my face, and that you know that I'm around and I am watching you, and I am paying attention to what you're doing, and that I know that you're studying hard and working on your math, okay? So I love you, and good night, and get some sleep, and I will see you later. Bye, guys. Maybe if I can get it to turn off. It don't like to turn off in this mode.